A second chance, the setting of Deuteronomy 10. Deuteronomy 10 finds the Israelites at a pivotal moment. Delivered from Egypt, they witnessed miracles and received the 10 Commandments. Yet their faith wavered, leading to betrayal. Moses stands before them, reminding them of their history and God's faithfulness. Deuteronomy 10 is a powerful reminder of second chances. They stand on the edge of the promised land, ready to embrace the covenant with renewed hearts. The covenant renewed tablets of stone and an ark of acacia. The broken pieces of the first tablets, shattered by the Israelites' disobedience, serve as a stark reminder of their transgression. Yet from this brokenness, God commands a new beginning. Moses is instructed to carve 2 new tablets, a tangible symbol of God's willingness to forgive and renew the covenant. Imagine Moses ascending Mount Sinai, carrying the weight of his people's mistakes and the hope for their redemption. He chisels away at the stone, each stroke a testament to his own faithfulness and the enduring nature of God's love. The creation of the Ark of the Covenant further emphasizes the sanctity of this renewed relationship. This sacred chest, crafted from acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold, would house the tablets, becoming a visible representation of God's presence among his people. The Ark, a symbol of God's presence, would accompany the Israelites on their journey. It served as a constant reminder of their covenant with God, a tangible manifestation of the divine amidst the challenges and triumphs that lay ahead. The Levites, chosen for a sacred duty. Deuteronomy 10 also highlights the role of the Levites, a tribe set apart. They are chosen not for earthly power or possessions, but for a sacred duty to serve as keepers of the Ark of the Covenant and attendants to the sanctuary. This selection underscores a crucial aspect of the covenant service to God. The Levites, entrusted with preserving the very words of God and maintaining the holiness of his sanctuary, embody the spirit of devotion and reverence that lies at the heart of the covenant. Their role transcended mere ritualistic duty. They were to be teachers and guardians of the law, ensuring its transmission from one generation to the next. The Levites, in their dedicated service, became living embodiments of the covenant, their lives dedicated to upholding its principles. This call to service resonates deeply today. We are all invited to become keepers of the covenant in our own way, to be vessels of God's love and justice in a world often shrouded in darkness. 40 days and nights, communion and commandment. Moses spends 40 days and nights on Mount Sinai, a time of profound communion with God. He receives new tablets and guidance for the Israelites. This mirrors the Israelites' 40 years in the wilderness. Moses' isolation and communion with God prepare him to lead with clarity. We too must seek solitude to connect with the divine and find purpose. Section 5. Love and Obedience. The heart of the covenant. The heart of Deuteronomy 10 pulses with a profound message. Love and obedience are inseparable. It is not enough to simply follow the letter of the law. God desires a deeper commitment, a heartfelt dedication that flows from love. These words are now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, resonate with timeless power. This emphasizes the relational aspect of the covenant. God desires not mindless obedience, but a love-driven commitment. True obedience, Deuteronomy teaches, is a natural outpouring of a heart overflowing with love for God. This message transcends time and culture. It's a universal call to embrace a faith that is both deeply personal and outwardly expressed through acts of love and service. Section 6. Justice for all, God's compassion for the vulnerable. Deuteronomy 10 paints a picture of a God who is not distant or indifferent, but deeply invested in the well-being of all people. Throughout this chapter, there's a clear emphasis on justice, particularly for the most vulnerable members of society, the orphans, the widows, and the foreigners. God's concern for these marginalized groups reveals a profound sense of compassion. It reminds the Israelites and us that true faith is not merely an individual pursuit, but a collective responsibility. We are called to be agents of God's justice, to stand up for those who are oppressed and marginalized. The command to care for the vulnerable is woven throughout the fabric of Deuteronomy. It speaks to a God who sees and hears the cries of the marginalized. This theme challenges us to examine our own hearts to ensure that our faith translates into tangible acts of love and justice. This timeless message resonates deeply in our modern world, where issues of social justice and equality continue to demand our attention and action. Section 7. From Generation to Generation, a Legacy of Faithfulness. Deuteronomy 10 concludes with a powerful image of continuity and growth. The Israelites, once a small group of 70 people, have multiplied into a vast multitude. This growth serves as a testament to God's faithfulness and the fulfillment of His promises. This numerical expansion signifies more than just physical growth. It represents the flourishing of faith across generations. It underscores the importance of passing down the stories, the laws, and the love for God to future generations. It's a reminder that faith is not static, it's a living legacy that we are called to embrace, nurture, and pass on. We become links in a chain of faith, connecting the generations that came before us to those who will come after. This image serves as a powerful reminder of our own responsibility to nurture the seeds of faith within our families and communities, ensuring that the legacy of the covenant continues to flourish. Section 8. Ancient Words, Modern Hearts Applying Deuteronomy Today. Thousands of years after it was written, Deuteronomy 10 still speaks with remarkable relevance. Its themes of renewal, obedience, justice, and intergenerational faithfulness resonate deeply in our modern world. The call to chisel new tablets on our own hearts, to embrace the spirit of the law, to act justly, and to love deeply. These are not ancient relics of a bygone era, but timeless principles that can guide us toward a more just and compassionate world. The challenges faced by the Israelites may seem distant, but the human heart remains unchanged. We still wrestle with temptation, doubt, and the complexities of living out our faith in a world that often feels at odds with our values. Deuteronomy 10 reminds us that the journey of faith is not a solitary pursuit. We are part of a larger narrative, a tapestry woven together by generations of faith and faithfulness. Section 9. The Power of Choice, Embracing Love and Justice. Deuteronomy 10 doesn't shy away from the consequences of disobedience, but it also emphasizes the power of choice. The Israelites, despite their failings, are given a second chance, an opportunity to realign themselves with God's will and experience the fullness of His blessings. This message of second chances is both comforting and challenging. It reminds us that even when we stumble, God's love remains steadfast. However, it also calls us to make conscious choices that reflect our commitment to the covenant. We are constantly presented with opportunities to choose love over indifference, justice over apathy, and faithfulness over fleeting desires. Every choice we make, no matter how small, has the power to shape not only our own lives, but also the world around us. Deuteronomy 10 urges us to choose the path of love, justice, and faithfulness, knowing that our choices have eternal significance. Section 10. A God of Second Chances, Finding Hope in Deuteronomy. Perhaps the most enduring message of Deuteronomy 10 is the unwavering faithfulness of God. Despite the Israelites' repeated failures, God never gives up on them. He offers forgiveness, renewal, and a future filled with hope. This message of hope is a beacon of light, especially in times of darkness and uncertainty. It reminds us that no matter how far we stray, God's love remains a constant, a lifeline pulling us back towards Him. Deuteronomy 10 paints a picture of a God who is not eager to punish, but rather longs to restore and reconcile. He is a God who delights in mercy, who offers second chances, and who remains faithful even when we are faithless. This image of a loving and merciful God offers immense hope for our own lives and for the world around us. It's a reminder that even in the midst of brokenness and despair, there is always reason to hope, to believe in the possibility of redemption and renewal. Section 11. Conclusion. Living the Covenant in the 21st Century. The journey of faith, much like the Israelites' exodus from Egypt, is rarely linear or easy. There are moments of triumph and defeat, clarity and confusion, unwavering faith and crippling doubt. Yet Deuteronomy 10 reminds us that we are not alone on this journey. We carry with us the legacy of those who have gone before us, their stories of faith and faithfulness etched upon our hearts. And we are accompanied by the unwavering presence of God, His love a constant source of strength and guidance. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, may the timeless wisdom of Deuteronomy 10 serve as a compass, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of love, justice, and the enduring power of covenant living. May we, like the Israelites, choose to embrace the fullness of this covenant, allowing its transformative power to shape our lives and our world.